live with great messages from above. Bro, I just broke the motherfucking G code, bro. For reals, for reals. I need something to drink. I was out. I did not do no dancing. The sun came out, so I went out and went for a walk. After that walk, and I just was like, I get back and I'm like, did I really do all that fast? What was I doing that whole time? Listening to music and walking? Autopilot like a motherfucker. Could walk across countries like this. Anyways, I got back and I was sitting there and I was smoking some weed. And I just had this unbelievable fucking aha moment, bro. It was the best hallelujah moment in my life. Hallelujah! Hallelujah! Oh my god, dude, it was like, it's so right there and you don't even see it. Oh. This is one of those really cool tower moments. What's up, everyone? I am the High Priestess Phoenix. I am the Lilith reincarnated, your messenger of God. Go catch my last live video, community page, and shorts. Whoa! What happened? I don't know. I was thinking about Bobby. And something clicked. It's like, what have you learned? What has he taught you about yourself? I know he's a twin flame. But what is he? What do him and I share? What is our commonality other than our sexuality? I don't think you can keep up with me. And that's where it says. It's like, you know, going back to Marshall. His wit is better than mine. No, you have met your matchmaker. Match made in heaven. I couldn't figure it out. It took me a long time to figure it out about Russ, right? The rest of them, some of them are so simple. Like, what is Lewis and I's connection? Our drive, bro. Our fire. Our fucking tenacity. That's that emperor. We're both emperors. Whoosh. You know what's sad? You know what's sad? Is the one higher than him is actually Royce. I don't know. He's dead. Dead and gone. He is, as I know, the swords, bro. The brute. The muscle. God made him as a very potent weapon of destruction. For real? Yeah. But he's a weenie in this life, so go fuck him. And that's what you see is you give up your life for the, you know, they reflect back my own life, and I'm gonna get to this. Russ, it was a little difficult. You know, Allie shows the rejection, the pain of myself, right? So as you look at these people, you see yourself, right? They're your twins. They are you and another person. A part of you that's still suffering suffers in them. If you heal it in you, you heal it in them, and then you're not drawn to it. But ultimately, it's an unhealed thing in you that's calling you to them. And I didn't know what it was, right? And then I said it quite lightly. I was like, we come together in desperation of love. And then today I was sitting there and I was like, what is it? What is it? What have I learned, right? It's so surface. My shadow that he brings out is my desire, well, sex, of course. He brings out my sexual nature, but he brings out my femininity. He brings out the fact that I actually do, secretly do, want to be a wife. He brings it out. This shadow part of me that still lies dormant. This part that I deny. That I don't want to be that bitch. I could never be that bitch. I'll never be that bitch. But yet there's a part of me that wants to be that bitch. And only when I'm around him do I want it. Why? Because it's energy. He's a family energy. He wants it. He wants that happy family. So he reflects it back. Through him, I could see my unhappiness and my fucking marriages and shit. I could see my life played out through his. And though it's not my life, I could, you know, that's his life. I was able to heal my suffering, my memories, my fears. Through Russ, I was able to see my dire attention, you know, my people-pleasing behaviors, that I would do anything just to be part, or just to be likable, just to be, you know what I mean, acceptable. You know what I mean? And especially when it came to family, over-giving, over-generous, you know, just a whole fucking doormat. With Marshall, I could see the rage. I could see, you know what I mean? They're my twins. But with Bobby, I didn't see it, and it's so there. You made me face that and that's what it was so weird. is because I was so totally afraid of it and never wanted it. But when I saw him, I wanted it again. And I couldn't just leave it at sex with him. I wanted more. But not with anyone else. And that's what it was meant to do, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's over. I realized. I couldn't figure it out. What keeps bringing us together? What am I not learning? What am I not learning? It's not about you. It's about me. What did I learn about myself with you? So much. I learned that I really do want to be in a happy family. I do really want to try again. Through you, I saw my secret desire. A shadow. A devil. Seriously, my biggest fear. I faced my biggest fear through you. And every time I try to, I went through so much. Every time I face him, I face all my fears. I do, like I said, I'm stuck with 2 weeks of shadow work. But then I come back ready to love again. Like, all right, I can do this. Now, what was really cool was day 1, on Monday, they remind me of Brian and what a great man Brian was. On day 2, they brought me another guy and reminded me of another great guy. They're reminding me there's great guys out there. I'm not saying you guys aren't great. You're just not living up to what God made you. And for all obvious reasons, and I'm not, putting you in competition with other men, but when I do this long journey of dealing with all of you very distorted men, can take away a woman's hope. But through you, I remember what my dream is. And I'm grateful for that. It was baby steps. First off, you had to bring out the sexuality too, all of it. And that's what was so, I'm this kind of person. I am completely this kind of person. But then when he comes around, I am some fucking totally uncontrolled person, which I deemed as bad. And that's the shadow. It's a devil. I call him the devil. You ruin my life. You tempt me and you make me act like some shit I never act like, and you make me do shit I never would do, and this is so stupid. He made me believe. And then as he made me fucking, as I didn't stop believing, but as he was no longer something I could believe in, then God showed me other things to believe in. Keeping my hopes up, I suppose. And that's where I'm supposed to be, is because that was always my destiny. But, first off, you put on the Lilith and you put on the karma, and it's like, no, I'll never do that again. And yet, someone comes along and makes you want to do it again. And as much as I say this to you, Bobby, I promise you, I've reflected this back to my men where they've considered they're ready for happy families too. Men that never considered it before. Who denied that we even wanted it. Someone like Wolfman. Lewis has never denied it. He just hasn't actually tried it. But even Marshall has awoken again to the possibility. And that's how important we are as a group, because it's a group therapy that everybody gets to witness. And I hope that it reflects back, as I always do. But even if the light doesn't go back to you, I'm holding the light for everyone else to see. I have over 2,300 men on my page that have probably given up on love themselves. And then the rest of the women, I'm sure, are in some really awful situations too. And through you, we can balance these things called relationships between man and woman. Set the boundaries straight, make it more of a happy family and a holy union than an institution of marriage that limits your freedoms. Through you, we were able to see I'm no longer married. But through you, we were able to see what we are actually afraid of is real, and what it really does to people. And, how a person really suffers. And though we're not looking at you, it's through you I could face my own pains of being married and all the things and all the responsibilities, and they were able to understand what it meant to be the woman and the man in a relationship. Through you, we were able to teach a great lesson of God for myself and for others, and for most of us to love again. You didn't just teach me how to love you, you taught me how to love again. And so much that I was able to teach other people how to do it. Very important. Just want you to know that. And that's to all of you. Through Marshall, we were able to see how we were taking out our feelings in the wrong way. Through Russ, we were able to see that we're overgivers. Through Lewis, we're able to see that we just need to stop sometimes and just give up. That it's not about losing, just to give up is the honorable thing to do, even though he will not. We've learned many lessons, guys. We have many more to go, but I feel like right now is a huge completion of a chapter. I couldn't understand, and it wasn't that. It's like, what am I not learning about myself, and why do I keep coming back to this situation? That's all, and that's what I learned. No matter what, that's what I want. No matter what, that's what I want. And I kept trying to, you know what I mean, fine-tune it and deny it and control it, but that's what I want. My fears don't really stand in my way of it. They try. But, you know, back to that first message when you asked me, what do you want? And I couldn't tell you on the phone, but I told you in the text message. I want a happy family. I've been trained to be a good wife and never had a good husband. And your response was, I'm already married. For some reason, I didn't see that as a no, my friend. It hasn't stopped me yet. I don't know. I mean, in the essence, I give up on you, but I don't give up on me. And that's what this is all about. You make me want to give up because I have to give up on you. But because of my training, I still can't give up on me. I guess I never fully give up on you. But what choice do I have after it? How many times do we do this, you know? I think it's over. Let's move on. Let's take these cards and give them a really good shuffle and find out what our new energy is. It's a harsh one, I suppose, but I mean, it's a beautiful thing. It's like I realize that. What brings us together. Until I face that this is what I truly want, I'm going to have to keep coming to you to realize that this is what I truly want. So if I just face it, I don't need to come to you to face it. And you already told me you can't give it to me. Many, many times. Well, moving on. Moving on. Where are we at, Holy Spirit? Oh, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Is that a guy? No, it's the nurturer. It's the Queen of Coins. I said in my earlier video, I'm working towards this. This is what I am the Queen of Cups. I am the Queen of Wands. I am the Queen of fucking, I'm so fucked off right now. Swords. I am the Empress, I am the High Priestess, I am all those cards. This is what I was working towards. Victory. What is it? Yule season. It's the crone. I've died now. I can die now and be reborn. Really? Pretty much. I'll show you in the cards. It's not the same card, but it's the end. Yule. There's my doggy dog. There's my doggy dog. Making his way, alright, my way. Making my way through the winter snow on the longest night of the year, I meet the beautiful old lady seated on a throne with a white wolf at her feet. The wheel turns, she tells him. I am the Queen of Earth. Alright, so what this means is I went from... This is very hard to explain for the weak of minds, because the Princess of Pentacles is that of Sahim, right? I'm Khalik. Right? This is all about Samhain, which is Halloween. I said I needed to go to the next step. Do you understand? I do. And I said it without pulling the cards. I just knew this was my next place I needed to step into. I am the queen of the earth, the crone of winter. My season brings gloom and death. Yeah, winter is coming. But just when bane and darkness threaten to overwhelm the world, then comes a pause, a breath before the cycle continues, the winter solstice. Hope is renewed in a time of great darkness. And this is a great mystery. It is I who restores order from chaos and brings life from death. I am the gatekeeper of transformation. And that's it. We've been through the death phase for quite some time now. And I'm like, when am I going to rebirth? How much more is dying? It is I who draw forth the mysteries, hidden force of life, and bring them to rebirth in the child of promise. And I'm supposed to point out, I took a different route today, and I got there even faster. Each time I try to, where am I going? I'm just walking to the dispensary, realistically, or unless I go over and do the nature walk. I was like, I have to go, so I use that as an opportunity. It's nice out. So each time I go, I take a different route and try to see if I can find it. Today was a cool route, and I found a cool route home, and I was just like jamming. It felt like a 20-minute walk. It was so fast. Really? Yeah, I was jamming. I just want to point that out. We told you to go outside and be part of outside. The Queen of Pentacles is a wise woman of the earth who allows the life force to flow through her in order to teach, nurture, and sustain with compassion. Hers is the path of spiritual enlightenment through faith and abundance of the universe. She shows us that in caring for the environment and people around us, we nurture ourselves. Her appearance in a reading is an auspicious sign. I'm supposed to point out what happened today. So, and I saw Homegirl, and I asked her, she's like, but I'll smoke with you. And I was like, cool. She's like, do you got a paper? I was like, yeah, in my car. So I go to the car to get a paper, and I come back, and guess who's there? Take a guess. Diana. I'm whole thing earlier, a whole teaching that we're supposed to zip it. Zip it. Card said zip it. Be nice. Do blah, blah, blah. Kill him with kindness. Blah, 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 blah. So I sit there and we roll up a joint and stuff like that. And it's funny because they're like, we ain't got no weed. We ain't got no cigarettes. And I just bought a pack of cigarettes. I was like, well, here's one. And I looked at Diana. I was like, do you need a cigarette? She's like, no, I've got some. I'm going to go get some right now. I was like, okay. And, I'm just supposed to point it out. It's like, you don't understand the fire and when it goes out. Her appearance in a reading is an auspicious sign as she brings well-being, security, and plenty. She has the ability to shape the substance of the world in order to give birth in dreams. This means you can manifest your ideas and find practical solutions to problems. Be sure you take care of your health and home and establish a good work-life balance. And that's where I am. I was like, I need to balance. I need to ground myself so I can manifest. But I don't know what I want. That's always the problem. I put in a couple of seeds, and I'd like those to grow. That's it. But in essence, I don't know, I'm planting my man of the future. I'm building the shit out of this bitch. He's going to be better than Wolfman. That was a good build, right? Damn, I built a sexy bitch in that one, didn't I? No, I didn't. God created. We co-created that guy. He was birthed out of some woman, out of my desires, though. Anyways, moving on. I'm building the shit out of this. Realistically, yes. The Queen of Pentacles may represent you or me or a woman in your life. I am noble, generous, motherly, supportive, and loves to look after everyone and help where I can. I'm very practical and organized, and I get things done without a fuss. That's bullshit. I bitch the whole time. I'm just bitching. It doesn't mean nothing. Don't you hear me? Fuck you, God. Damn it, God. Son of a bitch, God. Alright, God. Damn it. God. That's all you'll hear me. I don't really bitch at you. I bitch at God. Well, I guess my daughter, I'm seeing that fight the other night. So why are you attacking me? Why are you telling me to make tea? Make the tea. Why are you telling me to, you ever hear her? She'd be like, the dog has no water, and the dog has no food. Why don't you fucking do shit about it, bro? Like, what the fuck are you telling me this shit for? So, as far as fussing, yeah, there's some fussy shit going on around here. Just being honest. There's, shooting flames and shit. I got a flamethrower. Anyways, finishing every task she sets herself. Nah, I have to. I don't start shit that I don't do. And that's why I won't start shit, because I know I gotta finish the shit. Just kidding. I really don't. I gotta do the shit. If I do it, it's going to be done. I spend a lot of time talking about I'm gonna do it, and then I do it. It's got to be done. I just do the shit. She likely has created a beautiful and welcoming home. Everybody comes in there. We had the Denver people in today. They were all like, Nana was all up at their ass. Probably in the countryside since she loves nature and animals. Well, nope, I'm in the dirty jungle, but I find nature. She's a seer or a wise woman, but more likely an old teacher, mentor, healer, charity worker who can help you. I make for a loyal and trustworthy friend who always gives sound advice. I mean, as soon as I said that, I'm very loyal and trustworthy, but at the same time, yeah, your story might leak out in my, you know what I mean, in my newspaper. Some people don't have names. They know they know who I'm talking about them, but I don't say their names and I don't give you details. Some people, they're very important to the story. Their names are important in time, I suppose. The reverse Queen of Pentacles is the opposite of a practical, motherly, upright queen. Each negative thought and action creates a frozen brick in the wall that cuts her off from the free flow of life and her deep connection to Earth, which is around her but seems unavailable. Which means she's just negative, she's just hateful, she's just loathsome, it's fucking Tuesday. It's one of those people that they're not cool about the weather, the traffic, what somebody wore, what's on the news. They just are just, I mean, you don't want to think about it, but it's an old hag. It's an old woman that just, is all cranky and always just bitching about some shit. The reverse queen can represent problems with motherhood. She can either be neglectful, who lets her children run wild and feeds them junk food. I always feel conflicted right here because my daughter eats fucking potato chips as a meal, and I let them pretty much do whatever they want because they don't do anything. At this age, I mean, if they were smaller, there would be something different going on here. But I don't. I have a strict rule. I can't save you if I can't see you, so I'm actively up their fucking ass. I'm a helicopter parent because of my fears of, abduction or rape or abuse or drugs or just, anything but the boogeyman at this point. I'm very much so fucking attentive to my children and shit. But as far as this, I always think about it because I don't know what to do with them at this age. Like, I just separate because, like, it's more like you're in my space, Mom, and we don't have much space. So I just sit outside. So the run wild is like I just let them do what they want. Once in a while I've came in and they were like, my daughter had slapped my son around and he's crying in a corner. Really? That's about it. There's never been anything crazy like that. I mean, when they were littler, it was different, but they're just bigger. I have teenagers, bro. They're fucking... he's 13 and she's about to be 15. They don't really do shit. Like, don't do shit. Like, don't do shit. Like, what am I supposed to do? Just sit here and watch them not do shit? I'm gonna sit outside and not do shit. Realistically, I'm just being honest. You can see I'm not always around my kids, but they're just right here not doing shit. I mean, they get plenty of activity and shit, but they're just not stimulated by the outside world where they're like, oh, I want to go do shit. We don't do shit. Like, we'll go outside, we'll do shit like that, but we're not like, oh, the last thing we want to do is go outside with my son. I swear, he's got some tourist placement in that kid. He wants to buy everything. Really? I don't know, bro. He just has it in him. He just likes nice shit and wants nice shit all the time. Take him shopping. The rest of us is cool. Or you're the ambitious marnette who leads them on timetabled work and structured activities, but don't give them love and attention. No. I never did any of that either. Perhaps your house is a disorganized mess because you've lost interest in it, not me, or an expensive showcase that you don't really feel at home in. Give it some love, but don't be tempted to spend large amounts of money of luxurious furnishings because these do not make a home. And that's why I said I never bought a hot plate. Why? Because that's too fucking comfortable, I think. And as I said that, dude, B said she's been here a year, and Diana said she just celebrated her year. I was like, oh, fuck, bro, I don't want to be here a year. Am I going to be here a year? Anyways, you can't and you probably can't afford it at the moment. Like, why would you buy it? There's people, they move in here supposedly out of their cars, and they need fucking U-Hauls to get the shit out of here. I see them move out with so much shit. Don't get me wrong, I accumulate shit, but I roll the shit out. I think it could still all fit in my car, and if it didn't, I would definitely downsize the shit of it. The reverse queen may represent a person in your life, or she may be you. She is moody, melancholic, insecure, suspicious, narrow-minded, and manipulative. Fuck, she sounds like a fun person. It could have been me in an unhealed version, you know what I mean? Me and my relationships. I didn't feel safe I was always on the edge, so definitely moody, very insecure, suspicious, narrow-minded, and manipulative. I agree. Yep. When you're not safe, bro, you act fucking funny, bro. You act controlling in weird ways. It has nothing to do with the person, bro. Like, men, I see these men, dude, that they're like just suspicious and insecure and possessive and jealous. So they're very manipulative with their women. Women too, bro. I can remember doing that, trying to avoid situations with my ex-husband. Not women. It wasn't like I was trying to keep him away from women. I mean, that wasn't it. It's not jealousy. I've never been a jealous bitch. In the essence, if she's dumb enough to act up in front of me and you're dumb enough to take her, then I'm out of here. Like, I'm not doing all this. That happened with my baby daddy at a party. He was like, she's just my baby mom. I said, excuse me? I said, yeah. I just drove you from my fucking house to this party, and you're telling me I'm just your baby mom? That was an embarrassing moment. Ooh, that was hard. Yeah, he was trying to impress this girl, and I walked in. And I didn't act up or nothing. Again, I'm not really the fighter. I'll just take my feelings and go, and that's it. Go on about your fucking business, piece of shit. Anyways, as a friend, she will cause ruckus in your social circle. As a boss, she pays no attention to running the business, but will leave others while she enjoys the title and spending the money. Sounds like Russ. Whatever you do, don't go into business with her because you'll end up doing all the work. As an employee, she's lazy and does not care whether people are let down or if the job is done properly. I can't do that. My integrity and all that. You see me, I get mad at people for being fucking pathetic at work. I don't care what we're doing. If we're shoveling fucking snow, bro, you better be fucking sober and just do the fucking job. Have some fucking ethics. And some fucking morals and shit. I'm not this, obviously. And I guess I was just, not that I'm not the Queen of Pentacles, but I knew I needed to be in my Queen of Pentacles energy. Okay, cool. Well, I accomplished that. What's the outcome? Oh, the Magician. Manifestations. Alright, what am I manifesting? I'm trying to look at Christmas and stuff. I'm trying to be like you guys and think about, the stuff I want for the future. I just am seeing my daughter and what what she wants for her birthday. I keep it real little, bro. I don't like to see bigger pictures. So then it's like, planting more seeds and putting a lot of thought and belief into shit. It's just like one thing at a time, bro. Really? And that's where it is. It's like, I don't want to look at everything. All the little things that I want for my family and stuff. Like, oh, I want this and I want that. I look at the bigger picture of what do I need to accomplish this. A couple paychecks. How many paychecks? I'm thinking 5. That's in terms of time and space. Bitch, that's not how we plan futures around here. That's all I need. 5 paychecks. Did I tell you, is there a number on that? 5 weeks of work. And I can, That's all I'm manifesting. That will meet the needs of what I need. How do you know? I don't know. That's what came to me. I just need 5 paychecks. You guys need $1 million in a cabin and a this and a that and this and that. I just need 5 paychecks and I'll be fine. Within those 5 paychecks, I can meet all of my needs within the next season. Really? Yeah. And that'll make for a good tax season next year. If they open that motherfucker. I swear to God. Anyways, that's what I'm thinking. Let's go to the Magician. And that's using the earthly elements. The Magician comes before the High Priestess. I'm not going to read you the whole story. Something incredible is about to happen. Obviously, I broke through the barrier. I rebirthed myself. I broke through the fucking cycle. I told you if I didn't do this, we were gonna Mercury retrograde. We'd be having sex on our birthdays and shit. Doing shit like that. Never having a family. I don't need to practice. Something incredible is about to happen. You are feeling inspired that anything is possible. When this card appears, you are the master of your own destiny, with the will and tools to achieve your goals. And you know it. The Magician, did you notice how I didn't ask God for a handout? I said 5 paychecks. How do you get a paycheck? You work. For how long? Well, I didn't specify if I said 5 weekly paychecks or 5 bi-weekly paychecks. So that could be 10 weeks of work or 5 weeks of work. I manifested work. Work. Hard work. Honest work. That's what I manifested. I need this to meet my needs. Instead of saying, oh God, let me write my Christmas list. Let me write to Santa Claus real quick. Oh my God, I'm going to kill my daughter. Bitches every fucking day. I did too. Damn it. She's going to get us in trouble. We don't live in the same days. I need to talk to her school about this. I'm supposed to talk to them actually on Monday. I don't know what she told the psychologist, but they want to talk on Monday. Lovely. Oh, they were supposed to do some evaluation for her today. I wonder what the results are. And the results are in on a moon day. Anyways, let's see. The Magician represents creation and positive action. He offers a new beginning or opportunity in which you are able to take the initiative, make good decisions, and thrive on the challenge. But be clear about what your underlying motives are and intentions, and guard against becoming. Don't forget that the power that flows through you is not your own, or you'll lose it. And that's where, I would say Wolfman lost it, but that's why he can't gain it. It's his own power. He doesn't know where the power comes from. God. You can work with other deities, as we've shown in the books. You know, you can invoke demons to get them to, you know, tell you how to make your life better, or you could just go to God. Humble yourself before God, and that's your ego, bro. I'm hearing Nate. Nate made a song, NF. He's one of my twin flames. I don't know what song it is. Something, dear God, I haven't talked in a while. Something. I don't know. Nate's all about talking to God. What's God talking about to you, Nate? Anyways, that's what it is. It's like you have to humble yourself before the Lord, dude. I'm sorry, God. I was wrong. Hey, dude, that's not hard for me. When I had to humble myself before Gabriel, that was hard. I cried. It was the same thing as Lucifer being put back in the thing, dude. You just... The coming clean comes with tears. Going on. Reversed. Reverse card indicates an inability to act. You may feel fear, failure, lack self-confidence, or be confused about how to proceed. Before you go ahead, you need a clear plan of action. You must assess your skills and perhaps learn new ones. And above all, see... I was applying for a job today. What was it? I can't remember. And that's exactly why I couldn't apply. It said must have good memory skills. Must have, and it said something, it's all, if you have bad memory skills, please do not apply. I was like, nope, I can't apply. I don't have the skills that needed. I tend to forget shit. This is going to irritate you. If I walk in and telling you I have amnesia, you're not going to be pleased. It says it in the application. I don't have the skills in this. I can remember, I have, you know what I mean? I have good memory, but I don't know. You say that you want a specific type of memory, and since I'm doing memory care, I just know that this isn't a job for me. What was it? I don't know. It was some kind of sales. It was at a music store. It was at a music school. Really? Yeah, something like that. I think it was in Littleton. It's some kind of children's music school. Really? Yeah, and you had to have good memory. I was like, damn. I guess I can't do this job. I sure wanted to be around kids and music. Really? Yeah, I'd be looking for stuff that looks right to me. But then I know I gotta realize, am I right for it? No, my memory stands in my way on this one, I think. If my memory serves me wrong, like it always does, I can't remember anything. What's your name? What's your name? What if I could fake it and then they realize later I don't have a memory? Talk about faking your resume. You have no reason to suspect that I don't have a good memory. I can remember ancient times, but I cannot remember this guy's name or number or his face. There's so much I don't remember. Anyways, it's a true story. Funny things. And that was that other job. They're like, no smoke breaks. Well, then I'm not going to go there. That's the best part of working, is the smoke break and lunch. What? Huh? What am I supposed to do? No? I thought it was going to be the most perfect job until I saw that. It's like, no, never mind. It's not for me. You wouldn't give up smoking? I could. But for that hourly wage, no. You got to pay me more to give up smoking. You're asking me to give up my personal life, bro. That's stupid. I'm not giving up my personal life for this. My personal life should have nothing to do with my freaking... My personal 10-minute breaks and my personal 30 minutes shouldn't affect you. What I do on my time. As long as I'm not drinking and doing drugs, it shouldn't be a problem. I guess there's a lot of things open to discussion of how you could spend 30 minutes of your work time. Could be like this guy masturbating at the back of the building. He said he spent all of his work time on the clock doing that. Alright. Assess your skills and perhaps learn new ones. And above all, seek advice from those who are more experienced. I'm still trying to ring the bell. Really? Yup. Yup, that guy doesn't want to pick up the phone. How are you going to pick up your bell? I'm ringing your bell. I mean, maybe he wants people to apply in person, and I haven't gone to personally apply to this. I also have not followed up with Target, but I haven't been guided to. I thought about it as I was sitting out there, and we're going to go ahead and try to do that on tomorrow. Now, even though the energy is good for communications on a Wednesday, it's better luck on a Thursday. Really? Yeah, I work with the energy. The magician reverse can become a plausible and charming trickster, the liar, con man who uses his cleverness to exploit and swindle others. Hey, Wolfman, I can see your mask falling. Page 133. I mean, if they want to pay for the show, bro, I don't feel sorry. I used to, try to stop, tarot readers and their thousands of idiots that listen to them. But, God says you're doomed. I mean, that's like trying to stop the Christians and tell them how to be Christ-like. Go fuck yourself. If you want to believe that guy is your way, then go all the way. When you get to the end of the road and you realize there's no God there and he has no power, I'll be over here waving, God's great flag. What's the outcome? Ooh, 10 of Wands. Burdens. The burdens are beginning to lift, is what I heard. Fair enough. Wands. 9 of Wands. 10 of Wands is basically the end of something. This card, the Creative Wands, has become doused. You've taken on far too many commitments and a sense of oppression weighs you down. This is definitely talking to you guys. I ain't got nothing. I have made no commitments in life. Perhaps you are running, just to God, running a business that takes up every minute of your time. Well, I mean, I'm putting in a lot more time into my commitments. I'm doing it gracefully. Like yesterday I took a lot of naps, so I made up for it in the evening, and I made 3 videos. I'm trying to keep my hours up. I'm getting my hours in. For sure. Why? Because I don't want to, it takes a lot of energy to do what I do. So the more that I do it, the more I can get this into, it's literally like a training thing, like a training regimen. It takes a lot. It burns a lot of energy. It does a lot. You know what I mean? So before the more I can do it, dude, the more I can teach, the better teacher I become. Doing too much overtime at work or just to have too many things on the go at once. You are certainly not enjoying yourself. Any excitement or satisfaction that you once had in your enterprise has become stifled, and you have no time or energy for personal creativity or pleasure. Ooh. You can't hang out with me on freaking Halloween. No time for personal creativity and pleasure. In order to enjoy life, you will have to put some of your burdens down. Learn to delegate and leave things that don't really need doing alone. We said that earlier. Say no sometimes. This shows great strength, not weakness. You need to take care of yourself at the moment. The 10 of Wands demonstrates the use of pure brute force, detached from any spiritual or moral reason, meaning you're just doing it. You're not doing it for spiritual reasons. You're not doing it because it's morally right. You're just doing it because you got to do it. That's like, I don't know. It's like cleaning out your gun every day. You never even fire it. What are you doing? If you're working magically, you'll probably won't want results and effects without understanding the purpose. Unleashing destructive forces that will rebound on you. Be warned. You probably are. After I showed you all this stuff in the last week, you're tempted. And I'm sure that the fucking dark side is tempting you to do all the bad things with it. Well, if you do, then, you know, you shall be cursed like those before you. That's what it is you're tempted. What will you do with the power that's given to you? Will you use it to heal yourself and those around you? Will you use it to be a fucking, you know what I mean? This guy, a fucking know-it-all that's, you know, a swindler, a con man, a little run around, I'm a spiritualist, I'm a magician? Will you do it to fucking curse people? Will you do it to hex people? Do you do it to manipulate their energy and get underneath them? Or will you do it just to, you know, make your life better and teach other people how to make their lives better too? I don't know what you'll do with the power that I give you, but I know God's watching you with it. And that's what it is. I used to hold back. I have over 200 videos that I have closed down because in the beginning I didn't understand the power I was giving you and how dangerous it was. Now I'm still doing the same teachings, but a lot more regulated. Really? And that's where I stop and I read before I read. I'm like, oh, I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have taught them that. I shouldn't have, you know, that stuff like that. There's no magic that you can't learn, but it's what will you do with it in your current state. I myself will not own a gun. I said that when I was young. I'm too likely to shoot someone, or maybe myself. Realistically, possibly. Just too shifty in the energy, bro. You never know. So I don't hold a weapon for that reason. And that's really what it is. There's no magic that you can't learn. It's just practices we do not do. I tried to warn you about mirror magic. How many of you motherfuckers didn't listen and go and play in the mirrors? That's on you. I told you specifically I couldn't save you. You're on your own on that one. But just stuff like that. So people trying to manifest and shit, you don't understand. So you're going to be bringing in all kinds of shit. People working with, you know what I mean? It's your own, it's trial and error, bro. It's trial and error. Everyone gets to a point where they want to use their magic in a harmful way. And whether you do or don't is up to you. And that determines what type of witch you are from that moment forward. It's all about integrity. I always say this, let me fucking light a candle in your name, motherfuckers. That's my threat. I'll light a fucking candle in your name and it's over. That's my threat. The reverse Ten of Wands can mean one of two things. Either you are shrinking your responsibilities and thinking only of yourself in any given situation, leaving others to bear your share and clean up your problems you leave, or you're playing the martyr, taking on responsibility and doing things that could easily be accomplished by others so that you can show how hard done you are. The card is called Oppression. It's a card of oppression. I'm trying to find where I am in this, and other than saying no, shows great strength. You know what I mean? Brute force, spiritual reason. I'm trying to find out other than that. Watch out for this. I don't have, you know what I mean? I guess overall it could be a negative card. If you just walk carefully, tread carefully through this land. Really? Don't, it's almost like, the Wands is all about taking action. So at the 10 is completion. Either you got to the point where you're all about action and you're not about reason. You're just doing shit for the sake of doing shit. You don't even know why you're doing shit. You're just on the fucking move. You're like, you know what I mean? Late to some shit. I see Lewis in this. It's like there's no reason. He's just on a fucking schedule to do some shit. Or the other possibility is you're not doing shit. You're not doing shit. You're either overdoing shit or ain't doing shit. Is what this is. And that's where this is like moderation on this card. Where are you? Are you overdoing shit or really ain't doing shit? Doing shit. But I ain't doing shit that I ain't overdoing shit. Simple shit like I keep saying I gotta clean my car. Why? It's not going anywhere. And as soon as I clean it out, I'm just filling it up with ashes and smoke and herbs and shit too. Seriously? Yeah, I'm not going anywhere on it. Like, that's not necessary. It just makes me feel good. You know what I mean? It's just, you know what I mean? For what? It's a real quick fix. Because, you know what I mean? The smell good car and all of that, it fades right away. Something simple like that. It's like, oh, I got to do this real quick. Do you really? Or your mind is, an overdrive. There's those things. You know what I mean? Taking on too many things. Somebody's like, can you do this for me? No, can you do it? It goes back to my daughter. Why the fuck you can't make tea? I don't give a fuck what. I'll fix it afterwards. You can make it. Stuff like that. You don't have to do everything. And so be careful. We got that? It's kind of funny because it's like the point of it is manifesting and then taking action. And if you're not careful, you're just taking all the action. You're just going after it. That's not the power of manifestations. Manifestation is being receptive to a vision and working or releasing the fears and the floodgates for this vision to come and taking minimal action. You shouldn't be chasing every fucking thing. And that's where you're doing the most. And I like how it shows this chick, like, burdened. I got too much to do. I got the kid. I got to build this. I got to make food. And that's what it is. The wife is a burdened position. It's a burdensome position to be a wife. There's not enough respect for the woman, the position of the woman at home. And we've also pointed out through this whole ride, there's absolutely not enough respect for the man that's trying to hold up this whole home all on his shoulders. It's uneven. Both of us are crushing. I'm crushing in the home and you're crushing in the work life. We have to balance this. It was not made one role for one person. Where I'm strong, you should, you know what I mean? Where I'm weak, you should be strong. And when I'm strong, you should, where you're weak, I should be strong. Realistically, it shouldn't be just me nurturing and protecting and providing, doing all of that for the children. Because then they have no relationship with you. And it shouldn't be you with all of the, with all of the pride and all of the power of providing. Because then what if something happens and you lose your job? And that's where it is. My daughter said it yesterday. She said, day before yesterday, weaponized incompetency is what's happening right now. The men have made this, we make these roles for men and women. A woman's job is this, a man's job is that. I fought Bobby on that because I didn't understand how much he needed a woman to stay at home. But he didn't understand how powerful of a woman I am, that I have more power outside of the home. I can do this, but I also need to be able to create with my own hands outside of the home. My home isn't my superpower, but it is. And same for every man that can come home and spend time with his family. That is the superpower. But it should be delegated. It should be equal, because I stand for equality. And that's why I didn't agree with the roles of Adam and Eve since the beginning. I felt like it was a power struggle since the beginning, and both of them were stripped of their power. Yeah? So going into your manifestations, it's not all up to you. You're co-creating with God. Not, all right, God, I'm going to do all the work now. Well, hold on. And you just, you're not letting him be part of this. You're like, oh, I got this. Okay, but that's going to be really hard for you to do all by yourself. I'm not saying you can't do it by yourself, and you can show everyone how you did it by yourself. But it feels really good when God makes it easy and you can tell everyone, it wasn't me, it was God. You guys always think, people want to come and say, I'm proud of you. It wasn't me, it was God. I put the minimal effort into it. God did all the legwork. I just stood in belief. And that's why my visions don't fail. I don't create manifestations out of imaginations of desperation. I create manifestations off of real things that I've really experienced and seen and wanted. You know what I mean? I really work through it and only create what I want. I try to. But in essence, I'm still calling in all kinds of healing, so that doesn't, it is what it is. Well, this was a really good teaching. Again, I learned a really great lesson. It took about 3 years. Really? Yeah. I would say so. It's in the videos. But I remember seeing him a couple weeks before his birthday. And he asked me what I was doing for his birthday, and I felt really honored. But then he didn't contact me. And I remember talking to him on my birthday, inviting him to the game, and he blocked me. So it's been about 3 years that we've gone through this. And I finally realized what it is. And it's not that I don't stop loving you, I just learned the lesson that brings us together, so now it's no longer. And that's really what it was, is giving into it, just admitting it. Just bringing up the shadow to the surface and integrating the shadow. Admitting what I wanted, who I was and what I wanted and how I felt. It took a long time. I'm grateful for that, and that's where we go on. We go on to manifest the next thing. So I'm going to leave that alone for a little bit, and that's that maturing. I told you I was integrating my Lilith and my Kali, which is the mother. And what did we just read? The crone. Ta-da! Yeah, I know what I'm doing in a day. What are you doing today? Great day. It's a great day for a great day. Hey, I love you guys. I will catch you maybe later, maybe not. Maybe. Later,